Hello everybody, welcome to my podcast, Big Because I Can with Ridhhaan. Today I have the pleasure to introduce a remarkable duo who exemplifies both simplicity and intelligence. The first is a young prodigy, a child with impressive talent, and the second is her mother, a true creative force. This adorable little girl has captured hearts with a vivacious personality. At just 6 years old, she authored 3 incredible books. Such a great achievement for somebody so young. Her bright spirit and cheerful demeanor are truly inspiring. Let me welcome Hrida Shankar. Hello Hrida, how are you?
I'm fine, Ridhaan. How are you?
Well, just fine. I'm sure you're great today.
Yes.
That's amazing. So, Hrida, can you please introduce yourself to all of us?
Hi, Ridhaan. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity and platform to have a conversation with you on Big. I'm Hrida Shankar. I'm 6.5 years old. I study in 2nd standard in Sanjeevani International School. I live in Navi Mumbai with my parents. Both my maternal and paternal grandparents live in the same colony. That way, I'm lucky to spend more time with them. I like to watch cartoons like Kids Hut, Daniel Tigers, and I've started watching Maya the Bee. I like to listen to Carnatic music and devotional songs. I like to draw, paint, dance, sing, and I have won medals in Spell Bee International and Olympiad exams.
Wow, Hrida, I'm spellbound hearing all this. So, Hrida, you mentioned about dancing, drawing, painting, your hobbies. Well, I have to say, we are a little common because I love those things. So, one high five here. Perfecto! So now, Hrida, you've won so many medals in competitions at such a young age. So how do you prepare for these activities and competition?
To actually think about it, my parents never put pressure on me to win awards or medals. It just happened naturally. To give an example, in Spell Bee, my mom or dad never put pressure on me that win awards, win medals. I like to participate. I wanted to participate, so I won. Like whatever I like to, participate and whatever I like. So that in that I participate and I win.
Wow, I think winning is starting to become one of your talent. Well, Hrida, you're very right that we should never pressure each other. If we do it by heart, we can surely succeed.
Yeah.
We should always put our heart into it, and everything will be fine and working great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Hrida, you have written 3 books. Could you please say something about it?
Yes, Ridhaan. I'm actually very excited that my books are getting published. Again, neither me nor my parents had expected that in such a short period of time, this kind of milestone can be achieved. I'm thankful to Ridhworld Publications for making this possible. So my first book is called Sunshine Saga, Volume 1, which is about a duckling which has 5 small stories. My second book is called Lily's Magic Basket, which is an interesting story about some fruits. My third book is called Sunshine Saga Volume 2, which has 5 more stories about the duckling.
Well, as you're talking about this, I have to say it is a must-read book, and all of you have to read it. Yeah. So continuing, how did you start writing these stories?
Looking back, I feel my grandparents played a great role in shaping it up. So, I started writing from four and a half years maybe. The first story that I wrote was such a funny story which now I think has no logic. It was about some one girl and one boy, and one was playing some football, one was flying, and they are 99 years old, something I wrote, and it was very funny. It has no logic. And I like to listen to bedtime stories from my grandparents, so that increased my imagination and creativity.
So, Hrida, I've read your incredible stories. It is amazing. So, Hrida, how do you create these lovely characters of your book?
I don't completely, it's not new. To give an example, Sunshine was my little toy duckling who I love. It was gifted by my uncle, and it was my favorite duckling. I used to take it everywhere.
So you decided that is the main character of the story.
Yeah.
So let me just understand a little. So all your characters from here, so they all are imagined by your soft toys.
Yeah.
That can really increase your imagination, creativity, and it also makes you understand the world as imagination, and that is really good, because feeling you're in that imagination world is amazing. So, who supports you the most when you write stories?
I have to say that it's my mom, because she spends more time with me. But I also want to say that it's my dad, because he patiently hears to my stories. And my mom is also in constant touch with Ridhhaan Publishing for publishing my books.
Well, we look forward for more books soon. Parents play a crucial role in nurturing their child's talent at a young age. Their guidance and support are invaluable in helping their child reach extraordinary feats. Let's acknowledge the challenges the parents face as well. Let's hear from Hrida's mother, who is an author herself, the driving force behind her daughter's remarkable success, and is equally impressive in her own right. I feel privileged to call Miss Gayatri Shankar, Hrida's proud mother and the author of the book Just Be There. Hello Auntie, it's so great to have you here.
Hi Ridhaan, same here. I'm so happy to be a part of your book.
Well Auntie, it's a pleasure having you.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Yes.
So Auntie, how do you feel being with Big Because I Can with Ridhaan?
That's a new feeling for me. This is the first time I'm actually being on a podcast. So something new for me. I'm feeling great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It really means a lot.
Yes, yeah.
So, would you like to add about Hrida's achievements?
Achievements? Yes, I think she has spoken about her medals. But then I would just like to add one point over here. She totally gives in whatever she participates. And she always wishes to participate in whatever competition comes up. So that itself is a good achievement for me.
Well, I'm pretty sure Hrida is a very fast learner, and I have to say that she has that potential of picking up things extremely fast.
Yes, true.
And learning very well and understanding things.
Yes, blessed. Yeah.
Well, so how do you feel seeing Hrida's progress?
That's magical because I get to learn with whatever milestone she achieves, and that's indeed beautiful feeling. Because whenever I see her doing a small thing on her own, that itself is magical. So I feel like, okay, I have learned something from her now. So that itself is like quite a good feeling.
Well, I heard one learning from Roald Dahl. I just remembered it suddenly. So then, small things happen in life, and so do big things. So Hrida, when she achieves one award or learns something quite new, something beautiful, so then that's one big thing.
Yes. And every small achievement is a big thing for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything means a lot.
And thanks for your Roald Dahl episode. My daughter has started reading that book now. She has started reading with I think Grandma's, I don't remember the exact title, Roald Dahl's, I don't know, the Magical Medicine or something. You must be
George's
familiar.
Magical Medicine.
George's Magical Medicine.
Yeah.
So, marvelous medicine, I guess.
Well, I'm glad Hrida's enjoying it.
Thank you for that. Yes.
Yeah, so how does it feel to be a mom of a prodigy?
That's a blessing. I mean, I'm blessed to be her mom, but then it comes with a set of challenges. And of course, the challenges sometimes are really challenging, but it's good. It's a nice thing.
In life, even though we face challenges, everything is fun. So then I feel you. So my parents also go through a lot of challenges. They go through a lot. So through that I can understand, and I can really connect with what you're saying. Feel those challenges every parent faces in engaging the child.
Yes, that's the biggest challenge. I was about to tell you. It's very difficult to engage a child 24/7, and especially when they are interested in doing everything, they want to try their hands in everything. It becomes a big challenge. For that, we need to keep updating ourselves.
Yeah. So do you face challenges being a prodigy mom?
Yeah. Like I said, I do have a set of challenges. The first one is to keep her engaged. That itself is the biggest challenge. The second one is, people generally don't accept when a child achieves something. Whether they have done it on their own or the parents have actually helped them out. Parents do help them out, but the idea has to be theirs, right?
Yeah.
Then only we can push them to do their work. It's hard to convince people. But then fine, you need to accept that challenge.
The same thing happens with my parents actually. They tell me every night. So actually they say that if you do good, if you do better, proper, work hard, then you can convince those people.
Yes.
The only thought that comes to my mind, even though they are saying that, I have my family, I have my friends thinking positive about me, and that's all I need.
True. We can't keep around convincing everyone, right? And you see, one thing I would just put it over here. No parent will ever wish to project a child for the talent that the child is not possessing, because at one point of time, the child will have to face the world alone. That time the child will start feeling empty when no one is pushing them. Right?
Yeah.
So maybe in the beginning we'll just give them a push. We'll give them we'll be just as winds to their wings, but then we won't be their wings, right? So that is something they need to understand.
This reminds me of my podcast with Guruji. So then actually I remember that one party was saying that you were telling me the story of Mahabharata. So then your Krishna said that I'll be your chariot driver, but you're the one who has to fight.
Exactly.
So here I related it.
Very well said. Yes.
Thank you. So could you share how you brought her up? What efforts has been gone, and the timetable, practice you follow?
Okay, timetable. I have no rights to make her timetable. She makes it. One day she'll come and say, "Mama, let's do drawing." We will do drawing. One day she'll just come and say, "Mama, aaj we have to do all this craft work, some origami." We will end up doing that. So we don't follow a set of activities that has to be done in a day. Rather, it will be of her interest. She wants to do something, we will end up doing that. So because it is like that, she'll put her heart and soul in that. So we have a very relaxed timetable, but efforts, yes. I need to keep updating myself. I need to engage her with all logical toys and maybe some challenging games. Then, I have learned so much right now that I have started making games sitting with her. We create new games because we don't want to get bored with the same existing game. So something I get to learn more. Efforts, yes, I need to put in more, but timetable is hers.
Well, I'm sure that you're putting a lot of efforts, a lot of struggles, and things are working.
I need to give credit to her father also here, because he also takes equal pain to keep her engaged. If not me, then he has to do that. So when I need a break, he'll do that.
Yeah.
So we both are like learning new things, evolving every day, thanks to her.
When did you realize Hrida has potential?
I think she started communicating pretty early, 1 year she started conversing, in fact. Just 1 year old she was, and she knew a lot of words that became easier for us to communicate with her. We got to know about her likes, or maybe what is she good at. So the other day, when she was just 14 months old, I had just got an Indian mapology puzzle, and she had to fix the states in that puzzle. She used to relate it to the shape, the color, and she used to fix it properly. I guess mostly the kids do that. Okay? So she started conversing, so I thought of just telling her the state's name. So we started like that. She learned the states and their capitals, and I guess by 18 months she knew all the states and capitals of India. And that's when I realized, okay, she has this potential to relate to things and grab, and then slowly it went to stories. I started telling stories, and she used to come home from school and tell me a lot of stories. I was like, okay, now it's time for me to listen rather than saying. So nowadays it's more of she'll just come in and say, "Mama, I have a new plot, I'm just writing it down." Even in school I used to get complaints. Recently I went to that PTM. The teacher was like, I think she suddenly got an idea. We were teaching, she just took a notebook and she started writing something. And we were like, "Hrida, keep it inside. Abhi nahi, you'd have to do it later." And then she was like, no, I just jotted down. I have to tell this to my mom. So I guess that's when, 1.5 years or so, I got to know she can do this.
Wow, that's quite a young age to achieve such amazing things. This I remember. Now again, coming back to Roald Dahl. So then there was this book. It was about a girl named Matilda. So she was very smart at 1.5. She learned words, speaking, reading magazines, learning how to cook. Yeah. So then here also I can relate a little.
Wow.
This conversation we're having, it feels it's getting related to books.
Your books, yeah, the books you have read.
Yeah. Some talks and books.
Yes. And I need to mention it over here. Your books are amazing. Yeah. When you're talking about books, I just had to mention this. And Hrida, I guess, must have by-hearted everything there. Okay, all the 4 books. And I'm waiting for your novel. Let's see.
Well, novel. That was a very hard task. It took me close to 2 years to complete. I literally changed the whole narrative from third person to the first person. And whenever I read, whenever I used to read, I always had something to change, add or change. Oh God, it was so tiring. What can I say?
Now I want to read it. It would be worth your efforts, you know.
Well, just to give a little sneak peek, the name of the book is The Mellifluous Odyssey.
Wow.
The most funniest thing was that I found these two words, mellifluous and Odyssey. They both were. So I was finding for some good names like that. So then in one word, mellifluous was there, and another word, Odyssey was there.
Okay.
So then, and then my mother had an idea of putting it as the mellifluous Odyssey. So the Odyssey means epic journey, and mellifluous means melody, music, like that.
Yes. That's a good one. So
there was a partnership between me and mom. No partnership, but teamwork.
This kind of partnership had arisen between with Hrida and her father for Sunshine Saga. So she was like, what name should I give? She came up with 2-3 titles. And then she was like, Papa, is this okay? And then he was like, I guess the Sunshine Saga will be a better one. I liked it, but what is saga, she asked, you know. So that's how we learn new words. So she was like, what is saga? And then he sat and explained her what is saga. So she was like, yes, this is good. I think this will go well with the 5 stories that I have written. So yes, parents do play a very important role.
In helping with options, and not only options, but in helping us grow, learn new things.
Yes.
And the credit goes to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it is a great achievement that Hrida at such an early age has written and published 3 books. I'm sure it has been a journey well created by Hrida, but a lot of efforts have gone by, and you and uncle to take this path and are standing by her strong. So auntie, what encouraged you, motivated you to publish her book?
Your article in Kids Galaxy magazine encouraged us actually. You remember that?
Not exactly.
I think it was a Father's Day.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember that? I was in touch with the editor of that magazine, Gayatri.
Got it.
And she had asked me to contact you. That time Hrida had written just one story, and I had given that story for that Kids Galaxy magazine. And she was like, this is quite good, and why don't you just get in touch with, you just go through the article, and she mentioned the page. I was like, okay, I'll just go through that article, and that's when I saw that you had published Once Upon in Our Minds, Once Upon in My Minds, right?
Once Upon a Minds.
Yeah, and that was that time, I guess. And I came across your article, and I was like, okay, I'll just get in touch with Ridhhaan and his parents. And I had a talk with your father.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, you can go ahead with it, but let's see, like, we'll take it up slowly. Then her school competition came up, and in that she again wrote a story, and that was well received. She participated in your contest, story writing contest, part 1. And that time I got in touch with your parents again. That's how it all crafted up, you know. So I think your article was the main thing that actually made us publish our book. Thanks to you again.
Articles can be helpful now that I realize it.
Yes.
Motivating articles.
Yes, it is very helpful.
So now, what was the feeling when you first saw her book?
That is next level. The field was just next level, because we were happy that we gave her the platform, and it has got utilized well.
Yeah.
And we were just speechless, you know, when we got the book for the first time. She was in the school at that time, and the parcel arrived. Me and my husband, we were just opening the parcel, and we were like, the book has come, the book has come. We were so excited, we just wanted to take it up and then, you know, go through the book. We did it so happily that the feeling is just next level. And even now, when she has come up with the 3rd book, the feeling is still intact, you know. We are still very, very happy and excited.
Well, I can also feel that, because the time when my parents also saw the first book, they were very happy, tears and joy.
Yes.
Well, ha.
True.
Well, that day when we first saw the book, we were very happy. Exactly like you said, next level. But I still remember when the book was in making process. I remember we went to check the printings. Then I saw how the book printing was, and it looked amazing. Well, I also learned a lot how things worked, and I was so happy to actually see that glossy paper. Yeah, I was happy to see that, and the pages. I mean, that was a really great moment that I got to have a sneak peek of the pages of how was it inside. So that was a really beautiful moment for me.
Yes. And then you would have just seen that, and something new you would have learned, right?
Yeah.
When her book came, that was the same thing with us. It was the first time we actually went through the process. Otherwise, we just buy a book, read, and that's it. But then going through the process and then receiving the book in our hand was like, wow. When my journey started with Gokulam, Champak, Tinkle, and then it went to Harry Potter, then went to Dan Brown. Now again I am back to that Tinkle era, you know, wherein I go through all these children books again with my daughter. So that's why I was like, okay, if you come across some books, let me know. Anyway, she'll be coming to that phase, I'll read with her.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll recommend you some books.
Yes.
So, how was the support from the school and Ridha's classmates?
Thank you for this question, because we as parents will obviously motivate her and support her, but getting the same amount of support and motivation from the school is a bigger blessing. And I have to thank her teachers, her principal, Dr. Anurag Pandey, her class teachers in first standard. They were quite instrumental in finding out her talent and then motivating her. Like even now when she suddenly gets an idea popped, Mama, so I'm just writing it down. They don't stop her from doing it. They're like, okay, let her do. You need to concentrate in the class. You're doing well, fine. Rest of the time you get an idea, you write it down, we are not going to stop you. So they give this freedom to the children, you know. So I think that's more than enough for her. And classmates, yeah, they wait eagerly to read her books. They're like, Hrida, where is your book? I have got your book. Favorite book? Sunshine Saga. They come and motivate her more. So thanks to them.
Our classmates, friends, school also, they can be very, very supporting.
Yes.
Well, so do you think it is too much for her along with her studies, playtime, etc.?
If it is too much, she just says, Mama, not today. I'm not going to do it. And then we take a break.
Rest.
So, yes. So I don't think it is too much every day. So the day it is too much, we call it a day and then we are like in a relaxed mode.
Yeah.
So as I said before also, whatever interests her, she puts her foot there. And then she'll give her heart in that. And the day she is bored, she'll be like, Mama, I'm not doing this. Okay? I need a break. So I'll do it later.
Yeah.
So it's fine. So I don't think this is too much as of now.
Everything is medium.
Yes. She's tackling it pretty well.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
So then, Adi, I just wanted to say one thing.
Yes, yeah.
I feel so proud sitting with you here. I mean, on behalf of Hrida, thank you so much for always being there for her. You and Uncle are an inspiration.
Thanks.
A really big inspiration. It is always important for a child to have the trust and the belief of a parent.
True.
And I would like to say this to all the parents. Thank you for always being there for us, always being our guiding force and supporting us always. Academics is important, but so is our interest. So be it like dance, sports, music, or any other field. Let us explore interests. I will never let you down.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, Auntie, coming back being an author, you have written a book, Just Be There. I mean, let me tell you, I have read your book. It is a very interesting subject, emotional yet inspiring. It is of an older man who's losing his wife, and now he's facing his pain, and how surroundings help him. Could you give us more insight on this?
Yeah, just as you said, when we lose a near and dear person in our life, there is a void created. I'm sure this void will never get filled, right? But then, with the support of the other dear and near ones, maybe we can just move on, okay? Be cheerful, be happy, and just be an inspiration to others, okay? So this book is all about that. The support of family, the support of friends, all these things do matter in life. So this book focuses on the relations, the internal relations and the external relations.
All I can say that this book has to be read. No matter what, has to be read. I mean, if anybody has to read, they're going to be glued to it until they reach the last page.
Thank you. I'm so surprised that you have read my book, and you have enjoyed it so well. Thanks for that. My daughter is I also started reading, and she completed 2 or 3 chapters just recently after we received it as a book format, paperback format. And then she is now enjoying, I guess, because she was like, "Mama, this is good. I'll finish the next chapter now." So
because she has the curiosity, what will happen next?
It's more relatable, right?
Yeah.
I think this is like, it talks about the day-to-day life, the day-to-day struggle or day-to-day happiness. So it's relatable generally.
So what encouraged you to write a book?
I think after Hrida, when I had taken a break from work, I was at home and then weaving stories for her. I thought I should start weaving stories for the elders too, And that was the time I came across a storytellers platform, Facebook, through Facebook, wherein the writers shared whatever they felt like. They used to share their stories, they used to write small articles, and then I started writing. I shared one chapter and then just shared it. I was amazed that even a new writer will get followers and readers, okay, and they were quite encouraging. I was planning to post 1 chapter a week, and then my husband was like, no, don't do that. They'll get bored waiting so long. So make it 2 chapters a week. So he was behind me constantly, and he's like, have you written it? Have you written it? I was like, yes, I'm writing it. I'm just coming up with it. And we used to have discussions after writing 1 chapter. Then I used to give it to him for proofreading, and then I used to post it. So then it was a long thing, I was not expecting that I'll be finishing the story, but I could finish it just because of this constant nudging from him, like, have you done it? Just finish it because you've taken it and it is coming out beautifully, don't stop. So that's how I finished writing the whole story. Like, even in my school days, if I have to look back and say, I was exposed to a lot of books. Okay, thanks to my parents for that. And they had literally showered me with a lot of books. Okay, and I used to enjoy reading. And thankfully, there were no mobiles at that time. So I read more. Now I'm not, which I need to again recultivate that habit. Then even those times I used to participate in all this writing competitions or storytelling competitions.
Yeah.
And I used to enjoy that process, but I've never put it into use like now how I did. That I didn't do it that time. So this happened at a later stage, but it happened for good.
Well, everything that happens is for good. That's for sure.
Yes.
Well, I hope you enjoyed reading those books.
Yes, dear.
So, how do you feel completing such a long novel, a big novel?
Feeling accomplished, maybe, because I actually didn't think I'll be finishing it or I'll be taking it till the end, till I completed it. And once I had done that, we had initially thought of going with self-publishing, and we just took some steps for that. But it was not that big a success, I feel. But still, I got a lot of readers. And now in the paperback form, I feel it will be reaching more audience. Let's see how it works.
Well, I'm sure it'll work amazing.
Thank you.
Simply amazing. So then, as I completed, I said, I want a celebration. I simply want a celebration. I've completed it, and it took me over 2 years. So now I really want a celebration.
Yes, it was one, right?
Yeah. Well, that celebration will surely come soon.
Yes.
That is my next book comes.
And we will read it for
surely.
Sure.
Well, now let's join both the duos together. And now let's present Hrida. Hello, Hrida.
Hi.
What happened? Such a low voice. So how are you? Just fine. Once again.
Fine.
I want a louder voice. I can't hear you.
Fine.
Great. So now, I have a question for you both. What's next? First, Hrida, you can start.
My next plan is to participate in Team Ridh's story writing competition part 2.
I thought your next plan is to play with Ridhaan Anna. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward for your story.
Even I'm looking forward to that because I don't know what she's planning to write. Let's see.
So, Gayatri auntie, what's
my
next?
next plan? Talking about my book, talking about the journey of books, now I am tempted to write one more. In fact, I had started writing a second one and I had left it halfway through. I feel like I should get back to that.
You have to. I mean, I'm waiting for the next part.
Thank you.
Well, good luck for you both. I hope you may succeed in your task.
Yes, thanks a lot.
Now, let's enter my most favorite part, the fun segment. Well, since we have a duo here, there is a new variation to make it more fun. So shall we start?
Yes.
A little louder, come on.
Yes?
Yes? What? I can't hear you.
It's a fun segment. So yes.
Come on, I need some energy. Come on. Fine, I'll say for you. Yes. Okay. So now let's find out more about each other, okay?
Okay.
So now I'm going to ask your favorites and each of you will answer for each other.
Okay.
Now, Mom's favorite color?
I think she likes white.
Good.
White. Well, I also really like white. Actually, I just remembered that my old school, white was the color I had. So then it signified peace.
Peace. Yes.
Hrida's favorite food?
Sabudana. I know, she loves that.
Ooh, I love that too. Mom's favorite fruit?
Her favorite fruit. I think her favorite fruit is orange.
Yes.
Hrida's favorite book?
I know what it is. Penny and the Monsters.
Ooh, thank you. Mom's best friend?
Divya auntie.
Now I need to hear that. Hrida's best friend?
Akshara.
Now I also need to hear about that. Mom's favorite words which she always likes to say?
What?
Mom's favorite words which she always like to say.
Words?
Words, yeah.
She likes to say like, good, very good, excellent.
Excellent, Hrida. Very good. Shrida's favorite dialogue which she always likes to say.
Arey yaar, I missed this, Mama. She does that.
Oh God. Wow, wow, wow. So now I have another game plan for you both. I will ask you a question and you both need to tell the answer. Like you have to point like this.
Okay.
Who watches the phone the most?
Okay. I'm on the phone most of the time talking to someone.
Who is a movie bluff?
Neither of us. You are? Okay.
Who wants to go on a holiday most? Well, if you ask me, then I really want to have that relaxation. At least Goa.
Yeah.
Who takes the most time to get ready?
She when she's going to school, but otherwise it's me.
You both. You can say so, like that.
Yeah.
Who talks the most? You both.
Do you allow me to talk?
You talk a lot.
Okay, fine.
Who is more into writing? Oh God, at least one person.
I think.
Who nags the most?
Ooh. And she also knows. Oh, I thought now you will point the finger towards yourself and say, yes, I am the one.
Who snores?
No.
Neither. Who is most caring? Well, I have to say, most of you both is same.
Yes.
Very common. Well, this was extremely fun. I mean, I really hope you equally enjoyed.
We enjoyed too. Thank you.
Well, as a token of love, we would like to give you a token of love from the Ridhhaan team. So, Hrida first. Might be a little heavy.
I'll give you a hand. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We
I'll just keep
specially
it there.
designed it. And one for Gayatri auntie,
Yeah. Thanks, dear.
a special novelist.
Thank you. Now this was something, a new title other than me being called as Hrida's mom. You know?
So thank you so much for coming here and inspiring us with your inspiring journey. So I really hope to see more children going like, Hrida, I'm making India proud.
Yes.
Well, before we go, auntie, can you give us one message to all of the parents and children?
Yes, as you said, I see that many children making India proud like Hrida, but then just one small thing that I wish to say is, please don't compare your children. To all the parents I'm saying this, please never compare, because every child is unique. They have their set of talents in them. Just identify that and give them the wings. That's it. They'll take care of the rest, right? And to the children, do listen to your parents. Okay, they'll be the right ones to guide you often. Yeah. So that's the small thing that I wish to tell them.
Oh, that's so sweet and encouraging. Well, auntie, one last question.
Yes.
So then, auntie, what is your dream for Hrida?
My dream is whatever she wishes, let it be a success. Yeah. And I'll be there to support you always, dear. That's the only dream that I have right now.
And one last question.
Yes.
Why are mothers so emotional?
I don't know. I think I figured it out after becoming a mother only. You know? Till then, even I had that doubt. Like every time, I mean, is it real that they are actually emotional, or is it just for saying it? But then, yeah, they are actually emotional.
Well, they feel from heart.
Yes.
And our little Hrida too. Well, with lots of love, Ridhhaan Jaiin signing off.